So something in the outer hall of the apartment complex that I live in is beeping. It's beeping again. It does this periodically and takes days to a month to resolve. The beeping has been going on for a couple of days, definitely 2 days, and just sitting here dealing with it and trying to live with the beeping. I realized that this is like a really good way to clue someone in to what I deal with my disabling pain. And so I guess here's the thing, is that there's this beeping happening, and it's happening periodically, and the more I pay attention to it, the longer intervals seem between the beeping, if that makes sense. Like when I'm waiting for the next beep, it seems like a long time before it comes, and in the stillness and the silence before the beep beeps again, something really happens in my brain where I think it might stop beeping. It might have stopped beeping. That might have been it. It might be over. And like, something kind of like lets go from me, from my spirit or something, and then it beeps again, and it feels infuriating and devastating, and that's how my pain is. When it's really low, I think it's not gonna get higher. When it's not really bad, I think it's not gonna get any worse. And I just really, really live in those intervals. And it always does get bad again so far, but that same belief that like this thing that randomly started beeping could randomly stop beeping any moment, and maybe it's right here as I'm listening to it, listening for it so hard and letting it be, that's when it's gonna. And I don't know. I think I maybe had something to say, but saying stuff is like really taxing, and that's really frustrating. But I'm too nauseous to be on the internet doing anything, distracting myself, connecting to people. I ask Google a lot of questions, and oh my god. And I can't do that. Even Animal Crossing is making me nauseous. Even watching like calm, not action series on television screen is making me nauseous. So I was just really trying to just like sit and live with the beeping. And that made me think of like those intervals, how I live in those intervals. Thinking stupidly, hopefully, miraculously believing in miracles is all it could be as I sit there looking at it logically. It just feels like idiocy to me, but believing in miracles that in this interval there won't be pain. And then I like shift position or have to get up to do something. And it's just devastating every time. And I can't do anything except sit here. And it's pretty maddening. It's I try to make the best of it, but like I want to play video games and I want to draw and I want to write, but I'm right-handed and that's the side that the neuropathy is on. If it was just my left side, but it's not my left side. I don't even know why I'm making this now. I guess just like, I don't know, cause I feel like it's like making me spiral because there's no one here, there's no one to talk to, like, so it's just this one-sided, like, oh my god, like, doom, and I don't even know where I'm going or how to pull myself up, and I just don't feel good about things. I don't want to watch any more TV. I really don't want to watch any more TV. But I don't want that to go away so much that I'm just nauseous for the rest of my life like this, and I can't. I don't want that to go away. I don't want everything to go away. I don't want to just sit here with the beeping. And I can listen to music, but I don't allow myself to because I can't control myself around music. I can't help dancing and singing, and that hurts me. So it's like this self-regulating thing that I do. I would like to like trade places with people so they just have an idea of like who I am now, but I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Like if I couldn't take it back after the day spell is up, like I wouldn't do it. But like I just wish that you understood. And I wish that you understood how angry I am at all of you for having energy, for having ability, for spending hours on your appearance. I hate TikTok. I hate it. I hate it. Living exhausts me. And everyone just goes about their lives like they don't even realize how lucky they are. And they don't even realize like how much they're wasting their lives. And wasting their time. Ugh. It's really hard to be a bystander It's really hard to watch people be able like I have to write a script and work on it to even make a coherent YouTube video, and I can't do that because my laptop doesn't work. And that's because I haven't gotten somebody to take me to the laptop place, and that's because the laptop place is an address and information buried in my Gmail somewhere, and I haven't pulled that up and found that address and sent that address and then like insisted repeatedly, pushed this burden of this chore that I need doing upon the only person who does anything to help me. So that's on me. That's on me that I don't have my laptop and I can't edit a video together. And it's on me this life. I don't think that the things I did add up to this suffering, if we're karma counting now the beans, but the intent that I had for people to suffer and burn in the hell that we all created and just witness the end of the human race. Like, that was my intent. I was just waiting for it. And if I could help bring it along, then I did that too. But I fed on suffering. Fed on misery. And I created it, but you really don't have to work very hard to create it in this world. Because everybody's a lot better at creating hell than heaven. Because it's really just a lot easier to tear something down than to build it. It's so immediately satisfying to destroy something, and so painstakingly lengthy to see the payoff of growth watered with love. So anyway, maybe that's all that it took. Maybe that's all that it took. Just an evil little girl. I just had to be an evil little girl, and I totally got this on myself. But, you know, I feel like probably it was past lifetimes where I was a lot more active in evil, and that just, you know, carried over into this lifetime to have an inkling and a leaning towards it. But I'm not evil now. I'm so actively unevil. It's ridiculous. I think in ridiculous ways. It's well, I mean, I want that to happen, but anything I put out into the universe, it's gotta be for the good of everyone. And all the energy that I don't really know where it's going, but I'm hey, let's pull that. It's gotta be, it's all just really focus driven, pure as snow in the white light. End of suffering. So, with those parameters, you can't violate anyone's soul contract. And that's the other thing. It's and if that is your wish that you should suffer with that addiction, then I leave you to it. I hate that. It's so gross and hard. Cause I mean, someone's probably looking at me and I chose this for some reason. For some reason, I chose this, and I don't understand it, but who are you to take it from me? And that's why, like, that's why prayer doesn't really, like, it's not really kosher. Like, prayer is not kosher. Like, you don't pray for people. You pray for a benevolent outcome, and you do not violate someone's soul contract. So, I think contracts can be, like, forged and faulty and steered and evil manipulates and stuff. Like, I think I've read somewhere that if you're, like signing your name in a dream is something you should pay attention to. I did that recently. I do it pretty frequently, so, like, you know, maybe I'm just, like, drafting up new copies. I used to, when I was much younger, when I was, like, very little, like, preteen, I would, like, there's this up high, empty sort of place, and there's someone that you sit with, and you make decisions about where you're going in this life, and the lessons that you're trying to learn, and the things that you're trying to resolve. So maybe because I don't have access to that realm anymore. Like, there's just like slipping, like someone's just slipping pages across the desk of my dreams. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. That's funny. It all makes sense to me. And then, like, none of it makes sense. Or, like, the fact of it making sense just, like, makes you insane and unable to function. Like, it's so messed up. It's hard not to be really angry about it right there. You can get caught up on anger, and that anger feeds fear. But, yeah, I just thought it would be interesting, I guess, for people to know that, like, I don't, like, live in fear of my pain, like, coming back. Like, I seriously, like, so frequently forget to be fearful, and instead am just, like, really participating in the reality that those times are behind me, and now my pain is not so bad. And that's, like, because I don't know, just, like, dealing with spending time communicating with my mother recently, it just, I don't know, it brings stuff up. That's the only person in my life that I interact with that is, like, a little bit skeptical that maybe I'm not really in that much pain, or maybe I'm not really that disabled, or, like, you know, there's all that BS, like, oh, you need to exercise more, and, like, and you need to eat this and not eat that, and take these pills and do this stuff, and you need to pray, and there's just so much, and it's like, I've tried a lot, and nothing is curing me, or even, like, making it livable, aside from changing my diet and my spiritual perspective. By which I mean to say that, I avoid, like, really bad pits of mental health issues, depression, and borderline personality disorder, and bipolar mania, psychotic disorder, schizophrenic tendencies. I think technically the diagnosis I have now is schizoaffective. Does that just sounds, like, so weird to me, because it's like I don't know, just it has affective in it. It's interesting to me because, like, oh, that means my my third eye is effective, but my third eye is not effective. Like, I don't, yeah. So I avoid all of those pitfalls because I'm very positive about life and live in the moment. And that's like, it's not something I try anymore. It's just like, I just default there. Like, it's kind of annoying to me, actually. But I don't remember what I was saying or where I was going. Like, I know I wanted to end this like 10 minutes ago and I'm still talking. And I'm the worst at partings. But, you know what? You haven't seen me for a long time, and I haven't seen you for a long time, and I've missed you. Have you missed my dimly lit face and my enormous pink glasses? And I want this cat to stop touching me. But I want no harm to come to the cat. Like, be careful everything you say, be careful everything you think, like, what you wish for, that happens. Like, I have that weight on me, always. Always, always. And then, like, a major deterrent of that is, like, it's counterproductive, or, like, I don't know, it's not ideal that it's like that, but it's, like, everything that you wish upon yourself, that's reflected in the world outside of you, and everything you do to the world outside of you, that's reflected in yourself. So if you're, like, wanting to hurt someone, like, you're only hurting yourself. Any bad energy you put out into the world or direct towards any one thing, like, you're really just wishing pain and suffering on yourself. And I'm really aware of that. I have witnessed that return. I feel like around me, because of me, I don't know. But like around me, I get to witness like really quick karmic return. And that's cool. That's really cool. Both good and bad. Just quick karmic return, it just seems like. So, there's that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna say I miss making videos. I miss, like, you know, I miss hearing my voice. I miss hearing my voice. I'm so sick of, like, my text to type. I have to talk like a robot, period, and it is very annoying, period. I hate text to type. Okay, well, love and light, which there ain't much of right now because it's 4:58 a.m. Bye-bye.